I love fall because fall is cozy, and I don't really think of spring as being cozy, but I really want to make like a cozy spring spread for our practice book. I am obsessed with the cats in the windows next door, so we're gonna paint a cat in a window. And it's gonna have to be a rectangle. I don't make the rules. This is just the way it is. I grabbed this box that was on my desk and used it as the straight edge to make my rectangle, and then I added a little bit of molding to the top and bottom. Now we're gonna draw our cat, and it's gonna be like loaf of cat, like this. You're gonna start with a half circle, and then you're gonna make the paw right in the front. Then an oval for the head and 2 triangles for the ears. Then round out the bottom and add the tail. Loaf of cat. To get the super cozy vibe, we're gonna put some curtains in the window. Now listen, this is not actually gonna make sense. Please tell Helen we're just making it cozy. It's not gonna be correct. What I mean is the curtains are behind the cat, and then we're gonna put in a little shade and they're gonna be behind the curtains, which that doesn't really make sense. Watercolor paints. I'm gonna start with the cat, and he is gonna be orange because I love orange cats. Your cat can be whatever color cat you like. I have had 2 cats in my life. One was like a Persian mix, and the other one was a stray like tabby. Neither one of them were orange. One day I will have an orange cat of my very own. We're gonna put a big tree on this side that's gonna hang over this side, and I'm gonna start with the leaves first. When you paint these leaves in, you want to leave a little bit of white space. That way, when you put the trunk and the branches in, you can add a little bit of that brown into those gaps, and it's going to make your tree look more interesting and more natural. Okay, I had to walk over and pick my son up from work. This is where we're at. I feel like I look a little disheveled. Better? The window's just floating in space, so we need to add a wall. We're going for like the Nancy Meyers movie kind of house, so this is gonna be a brick wall. So I went with a bigger brush and a terracotta kind of color. Now that it's dry, we can add some bricks, but we're not doing like a million bricks. We're just gonna do a few here and there to give the idea that it is a brick wall. This is like one of those illustration tricks where you're like, oh, she painted a brick wall, but really it was like 7 bricks. And then of course there have to be flowers in front of the window and a bunch of greenery. These are gonna be kind of tulipy, and we're gonna go over it with colored pencil so they don't have to be perfect. Let it dry. This is where you give character to this world, because the way you draw it is not necessarily going to be the way I draw it. I just did a simple outline, and then this cat is asleep because he's a loaf, so he's loafing. I basically just outlined everything, and the more I got into this, the more I felt like this is something I would have drawn when I was a kid. And when I was a kid, I loved to go to my grandparents' house because there was a swing hanging from the tree in the backyard. I decided I had to add one. Luckily, that one was more structurally sound than this one. Is springtime cozy a thing? I guess it is now.